true love has the aspect of flexibility.
I am willing to bend to fit you, to make you feel comfortable. It's hard to really get the right person. People can pretend to be good. They need that simplicity and expectation.
Hi guys, how are you? My name is Martha, and obviously we are always glad to have you on board at this particular moment. I am so happy to know that people are doing well. We've had so many guys interact with us, and we can see that there's a lot of change, a lot of growth and improvement, even as we interact with the content that we are giving you on this place. Otherwise, karibu sana. I know January is becoming a better month, and niliona meme watu wanasema ati mwaka ianze tena tumeshaanza ku make mistakes. It is still young. Let us just keep on resolving to do right. It's still young. The year is fresh. Let's keep on doing what we purpose to do this year. And of course, specifically in relationships, let's purpose to do what we said we will do this year. And before we move on, I want to welcome my guest. Karibu sana. You can introduce yourself.
Thank you, Martha. My name is Daniel Mwangangi. I'm married. I have one wife and a son who is 1 month and 3 weeks old. We are happy to have him. And I'm a missionary. My profession is, I'm a teacher by profession, but I later gave into mission work, and I serve in Deliverance Church Kizito, the Reverend Kinene. Yeah.
Wow, karibu sana. Such a blessing to have a new father in the house. How does it feel?
It's a joy. It's a great joy.
Watu huku nje wenye wanataka kukua married, how the journey of some of these things they don't know they expect to be there is.
It's a great joy to be a husband or a wife. I don't know how it feels to be a wife, but I know how it feels to be a husband. And a greater thing also to have children. I think they bring a lot of joy that I didn't know could be there. Yeah, a lot of joy comes with having someone calling you dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting, and for the many young people out there, you know, they think marriage is all about fun. It's also about responsibility. As you can see, you have a human being in your life, and now you're even having a toddler who's looking up to you, so you have to be prepared. So now we have something on board, and of course it's something that many young people really have a hard time, you know, figuring it out. So I want us to talk about discerning the right person, the right partner for you. You know, people always have a dream to have a good family, a dream to have a good house, you know, a good home, all those things they have in their mind. But the problem is, how do I discern the moment, the partner, and moving on from, you know, the pivotal moment of decision and deciding who and how.
How?
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's a big question when we talk about finding the true person, true love for your life, and especially in the world where population has really increased, and we have many people to choose. You have very many friends. Some people have, you know, you have 10 people who you'd like to say, I would like to get married to all these people in the current world. But biblically, we can see that God has put a certain design of these things, a pattern that he laid from the beginning. In Genesis chapter 2, from verses 20, we see that God had created Adam, and at this particular time he realizes that Adam is not good for him to be alone. What God did, he did not make 3 ladies for Adam to choose from them, to say, now this is the one I want, or no, he made a perfect one for Adam. When Adam looked at her, he said, this is good. She's a woman. He even gave her a name and loved the choice that God made for him. And so across the Bible, we can see that God has a perfect will for our lives. He has that perfect will that he has designed, that this is the path that should go. Sometimes it may look like, let me make the choice and then God will accompany me later. But God has already designed a choice that we should really make. You know, if we follow him, if we put ourselves in line with his will, such that God will not make you stay in Africa so much when your love is in America, never allow you meet.
Yeah.
In Acts chapter 17 from verses 25, we see that God designed times and seasons and also places where people should live.
Yes.
Which means if he wanted you to be at a particular time where you should meet that person, you will be there, and that person will be there.
Wow.
So there is that designed pattern that God has put for our lives.
I think in this journey of actually knowing who is who,
Yeah.
the issue is normally knowing, is this true love?
Yeah.
You know,
Is this
because there's
true?
so many good people out here,
Yeah.
but the problem is who is here with a wholehearted kind of giving to love me with all they have, you know. And that's the thing, because if I'm able to know how somebody is committed to being with me and loves me for who I am, then I think it's a good way to start. So basically, as we do it now, how did you personally, you know, as Daniel, ameshatuambia, he is married and he actually enjoys being a husband. And now being a father, of course, a title has been added to your name. So just tell them, as a man, practically, how, and of course, you know, men are the ones who find, you know, how are you able to see that this woman is actually fit to be, as they say, my rib, you know, huyu ndio alikuwa ametolewa kwa ubavu wangu, you know. So just tell us, how was it for you?
Okay. I dated several, twice, I think, twice. I've met two people, one before and then the one I'm married to. And at first, of course, it's you realize that you are psyched up to do what other people are doing. You're young, you want to be dating because other people are dating. And then you start pursuing your way. And later, you realize it was really never meant to be. Later, I, of course, now hurting and finding how to, whether to give up completely or still find my way back to the path of getting married. That time, I really had to seek God to guide me the right path. And I had interacted with my wife before on campus. I oriented them on campus. And at that time when I was not clear on what path to take, that's the time I needed God's guidance. And so I asked God to help me discern. Now, if this person is truly the one you have chosen for me, you know, there are those things you put in place. You ask God to help you understand. If you know of people like the servant of Abraham, he had to pray and ask God, if a lady comes and does this and this and this, then that one will be the true one. So there is that bit of asking God to help you, because it is, rather it's hard to really get the right person. People can pretend to be good.
True, they can.
Yeah. And maybe even the right one is not even intentional about pretending to be the right one. They even don't know whether they are the right one sometimes. But it's God who can help you make that first step, and then thank me later kind of a thing to God comes. You will thank God later for what you really, the decision you took. And so I made the decision to engage Mercy, and we later got married last year.
Hi, Mercy. Tunakupenda.
Yeah, we love you.
By extension. So
Yeah.
wow, so I love the fact that you're saying that there's a point divinity is needed.
Yeah.
Because humanity is limited. I might not really see beyond what I am seeing.
Yeah.
But God sees both the past and the future and can tell you need this person because I know where you're headed.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fine. That's nice. So now let's see, what are the conduits of really true love? What is true love, and how do I know this is true love?
Okay. To understand true love, I think it originates from even I as a person. I think if I love this person and I can see this love being reciprocated, there's that intuition, that feeling in me that will first tell me I really love this person, and then I'll find it from them that okay, this person, we can really work together in a certain way. There are things that both I and they can match at some point. They can accept the vision of my life. They can accept the way that God is taking. They are flexible to me. Now, you understand that there are people who cannot be flexible with you.
Yeah.
When you make a decision, they are saying, no, we can't go this way. But to realize we are really moving, we can work together. We can be one thing, really.
Yeah.
When we bend together. You can understand that bit. Because if we base love on feelings alone, then you can really love a lot of people and a lot of things.
Yeah.
You can really love. But there's that one person you love, and you'll find, I can say, favor in all your things. Yeah.
So in short, true love has the aspect of flexibility. You know, I'm able to come and like they say, leave these fingers cross each other. I'm able to fill in the spaces that are there, and of course help you become a better person and become a better team as you work together. Wow.
Yeah. I am willing to bend to fit you, to make you feel comfortable. I'm able to not to bend towards sin or to do what's wrong, but I'm able to understand, to sympathize with you. I'm able to get into your shoes and really make you comfortable with me and make me comfortable with you. There is that sacrifice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So true love is more when you see somebody has really laid down their life and you know prioritize the other person, because the current generation is up to, and I want a person who will love me, who will pamper me, who will
have all things for me.
Because yes, it's me and it's me, but I don't know love is about the other person.
Yeah.
When I really have this partner, because many relationships and even marriages break because of that. Why? I'm not getting something while it's supposed to be I'm giving, and this is how a relationship should be. Wow. So what are the other aspects we can focus on?
Other aspects are like expectations. When you are looking for true love, I think one, how much do you expect from the other person? I think that one really breaks our hearts, because when you put a lot of expectation on someone, you really want, you are looking for this person who is like this, like this. They might be well formed in their body structure and all that. But if you're young, you're looking for someone to get married to, then you will not expect that other young person, if you are not really looking for an old person to get married to, you will not expect that your other young person to be in a certain standard of life.
Yeah.
You will have to agree to it that they will be with some shortcomings. They will be in some lack.
Yeah.
They will lack some things, and so you don't need to expect too much. Only that you need to visualize. You'll have a vision that one day all these I expect will come to be. Expectation. Things that maybe in our generation we can really focus on, because as you have said, we have that generation that thinks, I need someone who can do this for me, who can do this for me, who can carry me the big vehicle, who can take me to these places and all that. But in real sense, how many young people can really do that? It's not possible. Yeah, and if they do it, then you'll still find there are things that you closed your eyes to because of this beauty of wealth or other things. Yeah, I think they need that simplicity and expectations. Yeah.
Wow, and of course they say you only meet people at your level, because anyway, those are the people you interact with more.
True.
You might only go to maybe rich parties once in a while, but that doesn't form a basis for good and or rather a very long-term relationship, maybe an acquaintance. But the people you hang out most with because of who you are is most likely the kind of person you'll end up being with. So yeah, realistic expectations are very needful, and of course knowing that you have a journey together. Let's embrace this and work together towards achieving the same goal. So
another thing we can really focus on is the position of my heart at this particular time when I'm looking for true love, because I can get comforted by anyone if I am broken. Like now, I once got broken. If I woke up and just was looking for comfort from any side, I really would have been comforted by many people and gotten into a wrong marriage. Yeah, so I think trying to understand the position of your heart at that particular time, how healed or how okay are you? Are you doing this because of pressure? Or what is really driving you towards getting married? And that one will help you now to seek God and be able to have peace with yourself. Also be in line with God, so that you will not get, if you are born again, you will not get married to someone who is not, and then end up having issues later, because now you are not of the same mindset. You're not thinking of the same things. Yeah, so there is that bit of aligning yourself according to the will of God.
The will of God. Because our hearts, of course, are deceptive. And if you look, like you're saying, it's very important. And I think many people don't focus on really knowing the position of their heart. Because at that particular moment, you might really settle for something or someone on a temporal basis, and you never realize that things will change. That was just a seasonal experience, and your heart was not right. Then when reality dawns, you realize you have the wrong person in your home. So it's very important to really, like you're saying, of course, align yourself to the source, and that is God and His will. And He'll be able to give you a sustainable and, long-lasting kind of love. Wow. So guys, I mean, check your hearts. Check your hearts. Some people are really settling for relationships for the wrong reasons, for the very wrong reasons. Wow. So you can probably have conclusive points as we begin wrapping up.
Thank you. The last thing I would say is Romans 12:2. The Bible says, do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed. Why? So that you may know what God's will is, which is perfect, pleasing, and good. That perfect, pleasing, and good will of God, you get to understand it for your life when you are transformed. So transformation begins, it's the beginning point for us to know what really God wants for me. I have to be transformed to be like Him, to understand Him. We can only understand God concerning our lives when we are admiring and aspiring to be like Him. Yeah, that's what I would say. It's possible to find a true love if you find the truth in God, if we find ourselves true to God.
I love that. That is when people say, boom, mind-blowing. It has really come out so clear. If you really want true love, then interact with the truth of God and get transformed to know who and what God's will is. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Daniel. You have really brought out a few and many truths that are very very crucial, because people don't really know how expectations ruin and I mean shadow your, or rather let me say filter how you see through people, and you end up seeing the wrong things. People don't know how much it is important to really take time and check the position of their hearts. And we've talked about so many things, and guys, our interest is just for you to really get to the right path, find the right person, and most importantly be able to know, is this true love? Because true love is mostly detected in what this person does more than what they say. Because most of the time we think that this person has promised this person says this, but how do they actually align their actions with who they are and what they say? And as we have discussed, we know that you are going to get helpful nuggets for you to really have an easier journey as you search for this person you want to find. Otherwise, thank you very much, our audience. We have loved you being a part of this show. And of course, Daniel can definitely tell us how he can be reached, so that we can, of course, I know people would have questions. It's a very critical topic. You can probably say how people can reach you out.
Okay. Okay, I stay around Nairobi, but you can get me through my phone. I think it will be put in the screen, and yeah, you can reach out to me.
All right.
Thank you.
You can also say it in case there's somebody who wants to.
Okay.
You know.
0741 768 625.
You have direct reach to Daniel, and thank you very much for being a part of this show. My name is Martha, and I hope you find true love. Have a blessed evening.